Yep. Y'all know what it is. The year of the upset, man. The year of the upset. But let's just see it. Let's talk. Let's talk, talk, talk. Let's make people upset. Let's get mad. I'm already upset, already mad. Feathers back. Get back off my head, though. Yeah, I got... My thoughts is too heavy right now, man. I'm like, what? They've been... Oh, man. This whole boxing thing is just taking us... Yeah, that's right. Got my blue on today. Let me display everything proudly. Yeah. I see my little brother out there. Hurricane Gil up in here, man. Salute to Hurricane Gil. I'll see what you got in a second. Yeah, right now I'm kind of upset, man. I'm upset because I think we're getting played quite a bit. I mean, if we're allowing it, I don't know if everybody out there is allowing to get played, or you're not realizing it, or you get too excited. You know what I mean? When you get excited about certain fighters and you get excited about stuff, then, I don't know. That takes away from all that takes away from the bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's not always a good thing. It's not always a good thing for you to get distracted because people always say that's bullshit. It's not good for you to be distracted from bullshit. A lot of people, it's not always good, man. It's grown folks chat. It's not always good to be distracted away from bullshit. That's not the best thing, man. So don't get excited when you get distracted away from something. Oh, I didn't believe that hype or nothing. Whatever. You might have to go back, you know what I mean? And you may have to go revisit. And I see a couple of my brothers falling off here. The champ is here. The former champ and the champ is here. Derek Bailey's here. Salute to Derek Bailey and salute to D. Ray. I'm gonna get with y'all in a second, man, to read what y'all got down there. You know, I don't see a whole lot, so I don't think I'll fall. I don't think I'll fall behind and nothing like that on the chat. If I do, y'all just please forgive me because I'm in a thought right now. I'm in Eagle's way of thought right now. So you can't always. And then here comes y'all, sir. Bring this late ass up in there. Hey, y'all, sir. Salute to you. So don't always ignore when you hear something that's hype. You feel like it's hype or bullshit. Don't always ignore it. I mean, ignore it for what it is. But then always look to see that there's going to be some kind of deception out there. Remember, we covered this back in our we're going on a year now, over a year, that we've been talking about the devil's deception in the desert in December. But the devil's deception is always there. Because right now, I don't even know, does anybody out there have a heavyweight right now? Or are we picking heavyweights? Do we have to get us a new heavyweight? Do we have to get us a heavyweight to where he's just up and coming? Is that what we have to do? Do we all have to just get us a new heavyweight? Or do you guys actually still have a heavyweight? Do you have a favorite heavyweight still? And if you do, what is your favorite heavyweight up to? What is he doing? Now back to the trickery. Now, you remember the Stay Puff man, the one I said that was going to put the s'more smash on AJ, but he never did because AJ ended up playing tag the fat boy. What's the latest news on him? I'm searching and searching. What's the latest news on him? Have we heard any news? That's what I want to know. Does any of my web watchers out there, you guys keep up with boxing a lot? You guys probably can catch more boxing than me. But do we have anything on him? What's going on with him? How is he hiding out? What the F, man? I'm on the WTF mode right now when it comes to heavyweights, because guess what? The heavyweight fighters are the ones that hold the whole boxing down. The whole boxing, they hold that down. We've only had a couple of situations where the heavyweight didn't have to be there. And that's because we had Roberto Duran, we had Hitman Tommy Hearns, and we had Sugar Ray Leonard. And then, of course, a lot of times they came up with MTM was in there. What's that? He didn't really hold boxing down. It was more of a mouthpiece. He served up a good mouth game and stuff like that. And hate. The hate is what made him more popular. See, but if you just get hated, then you're not the face of boxing if you receive more hate than love. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not going to be the face of boxing. You're not going to go down in history as being like a real face of boxing. Even though you were a face of boxing, you're not going to go down because that's all hate. Because people just want to see you get killed. You feel me? Everybody just wanted to see you get hurt up. Everybody just wanted to see you get killed. So you don't go down as the face in that case. Sorry about that. And a lot of people get mad. Yeah, I step on toes. That's my damn job. My job is to come here and step on your toes. My job is to come in here and ruffle. If you got feathers, I got feathers, right? Right there. So my job is to ruffle the feathers up. But feathers are once they get ruffled up, see, they're easy to straighten out if you know what you're doing. If you're gentle and you don't have to be a bird to preen the feathers back or whatever. Okay, now my wig is all twisted. So now what I got to do is I got to get my wig untwisted. Right? So how do we do that? So, and I don't want none of you to try to make sense of all this mess that's going on. But Andy Ruiz, what have we heard about him lately? After the tag, the fat boy, nothing, right? So what are we getting, man? Who's our heavyweight now? Everybody's in seclusion and shit or whatever. Everybody's heading out. And then another question, I'm going to see if anybody got any answers. I'm going to try to, we're going to try to, cover, uncover some shit. Because, the grown folks chat, we got to always end up uncovering some bullshit. So how does E-Snake, why does he have such a big smile on his face again? Huh? Why does E-Snake have such a big ass smile on his face again? See? Remember what he looked like? I mean, that you could tell that was kind of like a sheep. It's like he had one of those kind of grins, like, oh shit, am I really grinning? Are we gonna pull this off? Because his cash cow was drowning. But then after the tag, the fat boy, he made the comeback. Now E-Snake is grinning and might have opportunities with. He's very desperate for money. He's very desperate to stay on top. Throwing Dylan White right back in there. He got his hands in on Fury. Joyce. All these fighters over there. He got so many Chisora, so many fighters that he's gonna have, be able to do certain stuff. When I see my brother down there, D-Lo 404, back up in here, up in the Eagles web, baby. Yeah, got my web, man. Hey, champ, make sure they hitting they smashing my like too, if you would, from me D to the Bailey. Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on my web, man. My web they be on some BS sometime. They forget to hit that, smash that damn like when they come up in there. Smash that damn like button and then hit live. Yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna get into that part. We're gonna get into that part of it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get into that part of it. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see what all this shit does, man. Because we've been letting all this stuff go for like too long. A lot of times we just let it go like way too long and we never discuss it. It's too much other stuff to discuss. And so we end up not being able to discuss the things that we need to discuss. You see? We got to be able to discuss everything, but sometimes we can't. I mean, I can only cover so much. You know what I mean? I can only cover so much, and then, then you guys got lives too. But then when we get back to it, it's okay. Wait a minute, hold on. What's going on? Why is this happening? Yep. But that's how we find out. But right now I'm thinking and I'm knowing that there's a whole lot of BS going on. A lot. And so, like I said, we've been letting it pile up. And see, that's jacked up. You know how it's like you letting somebody get away with shit. Like, okay, you like, oh, you get away with somebody get away with something, and then somebody else get away. You're not really tripping. You're like, okay, I let this person get away. I let this person get away. I let this person get away. But guess what happens after so many people get away with shit? Then you go, oh shit, man, I've been letting them get away with that shit. See? And get my likes back up, man. At least get my likes up to where y'all at right now. But we got to talk about it, man. Like I said, this is Wednesday, and I wanted this to be like real extra short. It can't be. It can't be, but we got to, so I probably got to be like straight, straight to, like some of the points got to be like, real, like valid, like straight right there. You know what I mean? Are we going to stand in somebody's corner like Dubois now? I know a lot of people like Joyce, a lot of people like just Tresor. I mean, we like the competitiveness. Do we have a heavyweight now? You guys got to remember all these little scandals that just added up on us, and you got to realize all these scandals and shit just added up on us real quick. I should have 7 or 8 likes now. But anyway, just at least from you guys. I don't know. Maybe the thumbs down come from somebody else. But just think about it, man. All these little scandals just added up real quick on us. And we just brushed them off. You know what I mean? We just did like this. Okay, that's a little scandal. And okay, that's a little scandal. But see, now they piled up on us. Now how many we got now? We probably got like a dozen of them now. God dang, that's a lot, man. So we're the one getting buried. We're getting duped. And all this time I've been talking about October, I've been talking about the coffin still open for the deceptions and stuff like that. And all this cheating or whatever else. The coffin been open, but guess what? Now we stepping our ass up into the damn grave. And there ain't no web watchers in the grave like that, man. We got to pull ourselves back up out of this bullshit, man. Let me see what y'all got, though. Let me see what y'all got. Oh, Gil Coles. He said, sup, Eagles Web. And then Gil Coles said, Leo stops tanking 8. That's right. And then Gil Coles again. He said, you heard it here. First, Eagles Web boxes. He said, when you want the real and not some deal. That's what it is, man. Derek Bailey saluting that Eagles Web boxes. Salute back to Derek Bailey. He said, salute at Gil Coles, and Gil Coles right back there at Derek Bailey. Sup, homie? D-Ray said salute. Got the eagle up good in the chat. That's right. Derek Bailey right back salute at D-Ray. And then D-Ray saluting back at Derek Bailey. He said salute to you, champ. Also, Yasser Hussein says salute to the eagle in the chat. And Yasser right back at Derek Bailey and at Gil Coles and at D-Ray. And then Derek Bailey right back. Salute at Yasser Hussein. And then Gil Coles at Yasser Hussein. What's up, homie? Derek Bailey right back. He said, yeah, that new kid, that's been pretty active. Yep, okay. He said, my favorite heavyweight is Wilder. Last time I seen him, he was twerking. That's Gil Coles. Okay, so I don't know what to go. I don't know where to go with that. Yeah, yes, sir. Said Gil Coles. Same here. Unfortunately, I know. That's what. Damn, and then D-Lo's up in here. D-Lo 404 says salute. Gil Cole said crow feathers don't straighten up that easy. They don't go down easy either. Derek Bailey right by. Now he got the name. He said Jared Anderson. Yep. What is that? 8-0 or something like that? I'm not really sure. Gil Cole's back at D-Lo 404. What's up, homie? And then Yasser Hussein. What's up at D-Lo 404? And then D-Lo 404 with some kind of knowledge or something. Let me see what he got. He said because they about to launch dozen. So dozen. They's about to unleash that over in the UK. Yeah, I heard about that, read about that. And then Derek Bailey salute at D-Lo 404, D-Lo 404 at Gil Coles, at Yasser Hussein, at Derek Bailey. All salute with the golden cup up there. Derek Bailey said, yep, like 6 likes. Yep. Them shits better be up. At least I got at least 6 or 7 mods in here. Yeah. D-Lo 404, like button caught the fade on the way in. That's right. Fade that shit on the way in, man. Beat that like button up on your way in. Yeah. Yasser Hussein again. He said, how's a dozen UK going to work? Matchroom is Sky Sports' main promotion for boxing. And we just touched it a little bit. Yasser, when I said that E-Snake, remember I told you? That's why his ass is smiling. And that's what, and I think that's is what D-Lo was talking about when he said because they're about to launch a dozen in UK. That's why that big ass smile. Remember all that deception? That motherfucker, he was nervous, man. Tell me that, man. Tell me he wasn't nervous, man. He was nervous as a hooker in church, man. Believe me, he was nervous, man. Yep. Yep. And then Don Machiavelli came in respectful, at least, at Eagles Wear Boxing and the whole chat. Okay, he said salute. And D-Lo 404 again at Yasser Hussein. Same question I asked. Hopefully they stop force feeding y'all so many pay-per-views. And did we talk about pay-per-views, D-Lo? We just bought that shit up. So I'm saying I'm selective now. And see, now they trying to force us be even more. That's what I'm saying with that dozen. So if you're going to do the dozen UK and dozen everywhere, I mean, once they take over the UK like that, well, I don't know what they're going to do with it, because you got the Sky Sports and all that. It's going to be some kind of conflict. And yes, they merge because everything else they've been tricking us on a lot of stuff. Like I said, we caught in all kinds of tricks and shit. The champ don't hit the like button until the champ hear what he likes. Oh my goodness. Is that what it is, Gil? And you talking about yourself, or you talking about Derek Bailey? He said he don't hit the like button until he hears something. Yeah, sir. Hussein at D-Lo 404. He said hopefully no more crappy pay-per-views, but they got the fanboys eating out of their hands. So I doubt it. Yep. There you go. And that's a good point right there. Everybody, like I said, this is a grown folks chat, man. So everybody got good points. Y'all sir got a great point right there. And like I said, once they got your ass, they got you. See, and like I said, I don't want to be the fish. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be the fish on the line and shit. And they just reeling me in. Like, I got his ass. Got Eagle too. Oh shit, we got Gil. Got a D-Lo too. Oh shit, we got a Derek Bailey on their ass. Oh shit, they don't even need hooks anymore. They just throw a net and get all of us. If we all gonna be stuck and surrounded like that in that same area, that same school of thought, you know what I'm saying? Then they got to throw a net in there and get all of us. But some of us got to stand on the outside. Wait a minute. That's why I got web watchers on the outside. And then we drop down like, okay, everything's clear. Then we drop down. And that's how you got to be in life. And that's how you got to be in this boxing, man. You got to like stand back a little bit. Wait, that got just a lot of information. You feel me? Because a lot of times information hits you. And then once that information hits you, like you can take it in and digest it, and you're like, okay, you answer right back, just like an interview. You answer the questions, but then again, sometimes you got to sit back. Wait, hold on a minute. That's the best person to interview. A person that's wait, hold on. Let me clear my thoughts on this now. That was a quick one. And see what's good. A lot of times is these interviewers, they're real good. They're quick at like they'll throw you a curveball quick. They'll have it's almost like a lie detector. They'll have all this stuff lined up. It's lineal. You're like, okay, that's a good question. Boom, boom, boom. And then they throw some shit from somewhere else. Hey, where'd that come from? And that's what we getting hit with. All these little deceptions and stuff like that. Yeah. D-Lo 404 say, I don't care who wins between Dubois and Joyce. I just want them to finally fight. Yeah, get that fight on. You know what I mean? Yep. And then y'all serve back at D-Lo. So since I'm catching up, I'll just say it like that. And D-Lo back at y'all serve. And then D-Lo 404 back at D-Ray. And then the salute. And then D-Ray is back at y'all sir. And then D-Ray is at D-Lo. And then D-Lo, he said, yeah. And he thought he was about to to get the hook. Yeah, he thought he was about to get the hook. Matter of fact, he thought he was about to get that big hook with the one with the anchor on it. He thought he was about to drown. Like, oh shit, they sinking my ass down to the bottom. Sandman was warming up in the back. Oh yeah. Sandman was in the back, stretching out on D-Lo. D-Lo said, Sandman, if y'all don't know what he was referring to, man, that's Apollo, man. That's that back in the day at the Apollo, man. Where if your act wasn't good enough, they bring their hook out and snatch your ass off stage or escort you out of there. Yeah. But I'm not going to go for it, D-Lo, with all this, the entertainment part. I'm not going for just entertainment. They can forget that shit, man. They not going to just hit me with the entertainment and get me all, oh, yeah, we got Eagle, too, patting me and shit like a dog. Oh, yeah, we got him with the entertainment. He's good. Boy, that's so good. Man, that's good. Good for me. Yeah, but we on the same pages when it comes to, yeah, just get them fights done. Get some uh get some good fights. I want to see good fights. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm starting to not care about the matchup because look, when we care about the matchup, and and like I said, that heavyweight is just disappointing the shit out of me. But when we look at the matchup, it's like, well, here's another stamp. I'll give you another stamp. Here's another stamp. This came through last week. Remember? Now we got to put that Lopez stamp on it. Okay, put the Lopez stamp on it. What did Lopez say? Lopez came out clowning. And that's just what it is. The Lopez came out clowning, y'all. So, it is what it is. He came out clowning. Talking about Tank. Tank, you ain't fighting no damn body. Talking about Haney, you ain't fighting no damn body. When the fighter come out and he's in your weight division and just throws that stamp out there on your ass like that, you ain't doing shit. When somebody come out and tell you that you ain't doing shit and you and a lot of people are like praising you, that's not good. It's not good, especially when he could do that because he got straps. When somebody holding up straps like this, when you holding up one belt, how much noise can you make depending on the belt? I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the IBFFFFF or something like that, or the WBCCCC or whatever. I'm not talking about that. But when you holding up the good belt, like say for instance you holding up an IBF, that's different than somebody got a WBC, WBA, WBO, and they just holding up all these belts. That's a little bit different. And you a single champion. You've been running your mouth because we don't really like it anyway. We don't like for you to have all these champions out there. Like I said, this one world champ, man. Make those organizations merge. I don't care. They just have to split. They can still hold up there. They can still hold the banner, and like they can still have the whole IBF, and then at the association, and at the World Boxing Champ. That's what you had to put down there. Boxing champions of the world. And you got the IBF side of it. You can put all that shit on one belt. You can put all of it on one belt. Because once somebody gets a belt, once somebody gets the unification, once somebody gets that, then you can put everything on one belt. You don't have to hold up all those damn belts. It's a waste of cows and stuff. Waste of leather. Shit, WBC is pretty big on that little inside of the belt, right? You put WBC there, people always line up just like they do with monuments. They don't, or memorials. They put a whole list of names. You feel me? You can put all that shit all around the belt. WBC, IBF, WO. Put all that shit. Then when you want to add some, add all that shit. But that's the belt. And tell me, is that belt gonna look more attractive than just a regular belt like a WBC? If you got a WBC, somebody got a WBC green belt, right? But you about to get that boxing world champion belt that has WBC, IBF, all that shit on there, gold belt with all the champions. You know what I mean? You got Sugar Ray Robinson on there, you got Muhammad Ali, you got Rocky Marciano, Jack Johnson, all that shit on the belt. This is like a lit belt. Like shit, it's worth a sanctioning fee. Then it's worth something. Then all this bullshit. Yeah. Well, even then, they can put that on there too. As long as they add that shit to one belt. So when you fighting for they fighting for the belt. And then they just call it the belt. That's what we'll just call it the belt. We're not going to say, he fighting for the WBC. We're not going to say that. He fighting for the belt. Who's not going to watch that fight? You going to watch that fight because they fighting for the damn belt. Hey, they fighting for the belt today, man. What belt? The belt. The effing belt. That damn gold belt. That belt, they got everything on it. Because think about it, even in the Olympics, they got the number one person is gold, right? Second is silver. Third is bronze. The rest of y'all got to catch up. Same thing with professional fighting. It should be the same way. Gold, silver, or bronze. And I'm not saying that many belts, but I'm just saying that's the level. That's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 get it on. Once 2 and 3 then fought the champ, they automatically drop down. That's it. You got to fight your way back up. You feel me? Or that champ just moves on, another division or something like that. But I don't have a champ, and like you said, my champ, and I like all these fighters, as far as like the Wildest and all that. But like just like you guys said, your last time you see your champ was twerking. Damn, that don't make see where did that and see why everybody was just why everybody thought that was funny. Everybody's condoning that shit and everybody's liking that shit. Where did that shit end up getting us? Okay, I'll wait. So where did the twerking get us, man? As far as any kind of championship status now, where did it get us? Here go Gil. Gil down there said PBC need a belt, but and also he talking about the frontline belt. The frontline, the fronters belt. Yeah, that's what they should have. They should have a fraud belt too. Shit, if you got all these other belts, man, championship belts, you should have the cheaters belt, fraud belt, the steroid belt. If belts are going to be unlimited, how many belts can we come up with? If there's going to be an unlimited belt, you know what I mean? The rookie belt, most improved boxer belt, oldest fighter to fight right now belt, youngest fighter has a championship belt, the glass jaw belt, brittle chin disease belt, BCD. Oh, that's the BCD. The BCD belt, which AJ hold too. AJ can hold that. The BCD belt. Him and Khan over there in England fighting over it. The BCD belt. Damn shame, man. I can't. I don't even. I'm not even gonna name. Yeah, I'm not even gonna name my heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know who my heavyweight is no more. I don't know who fights. Who the hell fights? We about to get a fight, but who's fighting? Shit. Top 4, who's fighting? Where's our top 4 fighters? Where the hell they abandoned boxing? What they doing, man? I told you, man, is everybody wants talking about boxing is back and all this. We're growing. They killing boxing right in front of us. They sitting there killing boxing right in front of us. There go Gil Coles again, messing with Luis Ortiz. And Luis Ortiz somewhere eating soup. Yeah, he eating soup. He said, Eagles Web, you didn't hear about the frontline belt. Now, Gil, I ain't hip to me. You got to tell me. You got to call me or something about that, man. I don't know shit about no frontline belt. Yeah, Sir Hussein said, don't diss my boy. And you leaving him out. The rank is Eagle. And then he crying. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't leave him out the rankings, man. I just mentioned that's why you laughing right there. Now, yeah. Amir Khan, BCD champ. That's right, he the champ, man. And when you got the BCD, you got to have that shit severely in order to be champ. And he does. He has that shit. He's severe with that shit, Oh, I got that severe case of the BCD. I'm sorry about that, y'all. That's what he's saying, about himself. But my categories for boxing now are the excitement for me. And I can't even say shit about welterweight until I see this fight in December. I'm not even worried about the Bud fight. To be honest, I'm not really that excited about it. I'm excited, yeah, he finally fighting, but maybe Lopez has a point, y'all. Maybe Lopez has a point. Because it's just that he called out Tank and he called out Devin Haney because that's the weight class. But maybe he's putting that information out there for everybody to look in the mirror. Look your ass in the mirror. Who are you fighting? Or are you just trying to collect money? You guys are not going to collect that $1 billion. You guys ain't going to catch that $1 billion. And also with this whole heavyweight picture, guess what that does right now? Do you guys think about this? That's making the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight look even more appetizing to watch. Even though it's an exhibition. It's making it more appetizing for us to watch it. Like I said, man, they got it. We own some hooks now. Now, granted, a lot of you in here might be on smaller hooks, and a smaller hook you can bend, break, and escape. But some people is not even on that regular hook. They're on that hook with that little thing that clamps down at the end. You hook it, and then now you're hooked, and plus you got that pressure. Some people are stuck on that shit. And I just don't want to be one of them. I don't want to be one of just stuck on that big ass clamp hook where I'm like this. I can't get out. Oh shit, get shaking and stuff, and you ain't going nowhere. That's like when you put those fish on that chain. You put the fish on that damn fish chain, it's over with. They locked in because you got them locked by the gill. With the S. You got the ass locked in with the gills, man. So it's like, oh, there we go. Surf Flame up in here, y'all. Surf Flame, hit my thumbs up, man. I heard you been leaving me out, man. The web caught your ass, man. Don't think we ain't catching you, man. You ain't hitting that thumbs up for you bring your ass in here. Don't act like Derek, man. Derek come in here. Gil say the champ. The champ just coming in and he ain't hitting the thumbs up until he likes something I say. But that's Gil, man. He's my boy. Yeah. Bring Tyson versus Roy Jones fighting for the WBC frontline belt. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the front line. Yeah, I'm buying the Tyson fight. Fuck it. Y'all, sir, say. But then Surf Flame, salute to Surf Flame. Surf Flame up in here, y'all. He said, salute at Eagles Web, salute at the chat, and as always, jab that like button or y'all neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Web. That's right. Don't get neck up in here, Eagles Web boxing. Got the sword weapons up good. And he got the crown up good, 100 with the glove up, baby. That's what it is, man. That's why my watchers come in here to knock your ass out. Just in case you didn't know, that's what they come in here for. Now they come in here to hear Eagle, but at the same time they will come in here to knock your ass out if they have to. And that's what's gonna happen. If it happened, that's how it happened. You know what I mean? But come in here respectful, man. Come in here and y'all know what to do, man. I don't even have to put it up no more. I used to put it up, but I don't have to. But bring your ass up in here, and everybody know what it is, though, huh? Get your ass in here. Tell them what to do. Tell them what to do, sir. Sir, tell them what to do when they come up in here. When they come up here, tell them it ain't no disrespect, but just tell them, sir, what you do when you come up in Eagles Web Boxing. Right, bam. That's our spokesperson for the Eagles Web Boxing. He speaks with the jab only. That's all he needs is that jab. And that jab is saying, come on in. I don't care if you're at home on the bed, whatever you're doing, relaxing. You at work, you're on break, you're on top of the car, you in the car, whatever. Sit your ass down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I hear you, Sir Flame. I was just messing around anyway. Sir Flame said, I always hit that like button. He said, before I send my salutes. That's it. He come in. That's like routine. You come in like D-Lo. D-Lo, he said he abused that like button when he come in. I like to say abuse. I don't know. He got better words though. Yeah. He put the fading on that damn thing. Yeah, he said I fade that. Yeah, he fade that like button before he come up in here. Yeah, but that's how we do, man. Come up in here and hit that damn like button first. Hit the like button or else. That's right. Sit your ass down. But no, Sir Flame, what it is, they always bring your ass in and sit your ass down. First of all, just relax. We get into the subject and stuff like that. But we always have parts that maybe a lot of times I end up missing a lot of times on these chats. I try my best not to, and I've been running late. I didn't know if I was going to be able to even get a show in today, but yeah, I've been running late. It's been real busy. We come in and we try to get most of what the content out, most of what we were going to talk about. A lot of times I have to, and you guys know how fast I talk. And so even me talking this fast is like, damn, you guys come up with good points and stuff. So I got to stop, pause, cover that stuff. So we're taking this with us. This is what we're taking with us. So we're taking the Leo stamp. Lopez stamp. So Lopez has a stamp now. And I don't know if anybody's falling for that stamp, or I don't know if I don't know. It's a stamp. It's a kind of hurt your feelings stamp. But it's two sides to it. There's always two sides. Now, if you're gonna stamp fighters and say that they ain't doing shit, they ain't fighting nobody, then that means your ass got to be willing to sign on the dotted line. Because let's go back. I always, because it popped in my head right now, so that's why I'm going back to this scenario. I wasn't going to talk about this fight. You guys, I don't like to talk about him that much. MTM. And I did have another thought on him also. But for this, so we'll go back. So this is what Ricky, no, just paraphrasing. So Ricky, the Hitman Hatton, was more or less saying about Floyd that if you compare them, I believe that's what he was saying, is that one round of Ricky Hatton's fights is more exciting than a whole Floyd Mayweather fight. And he beefed himself up, talked a whole lot of game and all that, talked a whole lot of smack. And guess what? He talked enough in order to get himself a fight with Floyd. And we all know the results. The results was, I can't take a check hook. A check hook will send my ass into the ropes. And I'll end up doing the crybaby. So it didn't work out for him. So that's the same type of situation. I'm not saying there's been other ones, but that one's kind of vivid. And the reason that one's vivid, because I don't know, me and my little brother there, we're kind of like, we like stuff like Dave Chappelle's show and shit like that. And so things like will flashback in from that show that relates back to real life. So in that case, it would be when keeping it real goes wrong. And so Hatton was keeping it real, but the shit just went wrong. He could have fought Mayweather a little bit better, and he could have fought Pacquiao better. But he gets impatient, and then he does too much for his own good, you know, because he really didn't have that kind of skill set. But he could have made the fights more competitive. But, you know, once he tries to go all out, then they just pick his ass apart. Yeah, Sir Flame said he got knocked the fuck out. Yeah, that's what he got. Yeah, Sir said, I'm sure he said one round better than a whole Mayweather show. God dang, a whole Mayweather. If he said that, your Sir, see, I gave him a little bit, less credit. God dang, if he said then a whole Mayweather show. And see, that's big talk. So now we're stamped. So Lopez is the new Hatton right now. So will he be a Hatton and take a Hatton Patton left hook knockout? Or will he be Hatton, the new revised Hatton, and show everybody what he got? But let's get into it. Let's get into this to Leo. Now I know I tease Leo. Yeah, of course I'm a tease. I'll tease any fighter. Of course we did tease him. Now, the reason we teased him, or the reason I teased him, is because he didn't step up like right away. They had that incident, and with the father, whatever, and he loved his father, but he never stood up like right away. He didn't stand up. And so we were like, you know, he's acting like he want to do something. So this is what I did. I said, this is the way that Leo wants to fight you, where somebody can hold him like this with one hand, right? Y'all remember that shit? This is how you hold Leo off, like this one hand, like you ain't even got to grab his ass. Like, no, man, tackle him and lock him up and shit and put chains on him. That's all you got to do. Yeah, Leo, you want that? Yeah, I'm going to get him. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all. That's the way you hold him back. But so that was the way I'm just talking about the way I teased him. But he has a great opportunity. And let's look at ways the Gill says the KTFO in 8. In 8, the KTFO. Okay, so let's figure out ways you can do that. But first of all, I haven't seen Tank in too many fights, or I haven't really seen him in fights where he just comes out and he's just busy, like just busy, like busy. Now, if we remember, the Santa Cruz Mares fight, that was it ended up being a majority decision, but it was a one of the, it's just like I said, one of the judges kind of screwed it up and had it a draw, right? Maybe it might have been on the side that they was at, because Mares was throwing a lot of punches. He looked good. He was kind of busted up. Both of them was hurt. Both of them got hit. Okay, so, but that's not the point that I'm making with this. The point I'm making is the energy during that fight. So if Santa Cruz comes out with that same kind of energy and is able to just keep withstanding that, and we'll get to some keys and stuff. But if he can, the first thing, number one, is gonna be that stamina, that Mares type of stamina. Mares time stamina. That's gonna be the first one, because that was a 12 round, went 12 rounds. So the Mares type of stamina. And so what's gonna be number two for him? And I got good ones. Okay, so, and then I'll talk about, we may do Tank, but I don't even know. Okay, now this is, I'm gonna put this number two. It might not be number two, because it's still, it will still go into play with the number. The first thing I just said would be the stamina. The second thing is bank, and this is for any fighter that fights him. Bank on Tank getting his tank on. And if you guys don't remember what that is, does anybody remember what that is? When you get your tank on, does anybody understand that? Yeah. Okay, I'll get down to what you guys. I'll read that out. But I just want to know, does anybody remember that? What, getting your tank on? So that's number two. You got to rely. You got to bank on Tank getting his tank on, and then we're gonna talk about what getting your tank on is, in case y'all just don't know. Another thing, and a lot of people don't see this, and I haven't heard nobody in here do it before. Since you keep the pressure on, so this is what he needs to do. Santa Cruz, keep the pressure on Tank. Keep the pressure on him at what? At medium distance, at cloak range, or at long distance. Because you remember, he has some good punches where he can hit you with either straight or he can loop it, right? Some pretty good punches, right? So I'm going to say distance, just in case y'all didn't know. Keep the pressure on at a distance. So we're going to see what all this equivalates to when we finish it. So the stamina, keep the pressure on at distance. Number 4. This is not necessarily number 4. Stay out of traps. Tank has some pretty nasty little traps that he likes to set, but you stay out of those traps. And how you stay out of those traps is, I just named it right there, right? I just named it, right? That distance. That distance is going to keep you out of traps. Trying to close too much on Tank will maybe cause him to be desperate. So we don't want to close. If you're going to close, maybe close on him late. You know what I mean? If you close in early and you just try to overwhelm him, that's Tank sets your ass up with that. Because if you're not hurting him, what he does, he just goes up and down. He don't even do a whole lot of movement. He just goes up and down, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're going to get cracked with some shit harder than what you ever got cracked with. So we want to try to take that steam out, because if we don't take that steam out, somebody's going to get, you might suffer the KTFO and you might not get the KTFO. Yep. Let me see. I'm sure. Okay, the first round. Okay, now y'all sir back in. He said, I need to find that old video, but pretty sure he said, you get more value for money in one round. Okay, one round in a Hatton fight than the whole Mayweather fight. Oh yeah, fight. You said a whole fight. You said, but that's not what you said earlier. I said a fight, right? Didn't I say that? But then you came back and said something else, brother. Huh? Don't be forgetting your thoughts and make me have to come back. Don't make me have to go back and read what you said, because you came back and said something else, right? Right? You said something else. You said a whole call. You said a whole Mayweather show. I think that's what you said. You said a whole show. Yeah. Sir Flame said, I lost all faith in Maris after the eye incident, and it didn't fight Tank. I don't know if Tank would have been a good matchup for him. I don't know, but the only thing he had like some pretty good, like he throws those overhands, but I mean when you throw those wide looping shots like that, you can't afford to get caught by Tank when you're in there. But like I said, when he did fight Leo Santa Cruz, real busy fight though, right? That was a real busy fight. They was in there throwing hands though, so we're not gonna take away from it like that. But then again, didn't Maris said he was coming back though, right? Didn't I just hear that within the last couple of months that Maris is coming back? Yeah. And then D'Lo down there, he said Leo's best shot is to negotiate a big stick clause in the last minute. A big stick. Well, that's not where I'm going with this though, D'Lo, because okay, by showing everybody's in here that okay, now don't try to pretend like you don't even that this is not even crossing your mind. So don't pretend with Eagles where this shit. I Tank got this. Okay, so everybody put up a 1. If you even have any kind of a thought, that Tank is going to miss weight. If you even had any bit of a thought, put up a 1. Put up something else or anything. If you think that Tank, if you never thought that Tank was going to come in, just going to not come in overweight. So if you didn't think Tank was going to come in overweight at all, don't put up something else. But if you even thought a little bit that Tank might bring his ass in there overweight, and he gonna suffer there, because like I said, that's part of the mind games already. Because like I said, Santa Cruz already playing mind games with him. Yep. Gil Cole say Tank gonna lose. He said 2020 ain't over yet. Yep. And then Derek Bailey, good point though. Maris can't punch. He damn sure throws a lot of. Anybody can punch though, Derek. What I noticed is that he's trying to escape a lot of times when he's throwing punch. If he sits down, he can punch. All he has to do is drop down. You know, all these fighters that people think can't punch, they can punch. It's just that when they train and all that their style of boxing is that they're not learning to punch, because you learn how to punch, man. That's something that's a misnomer in boxing. A lot of times that people think that somebody can't punch. All of them can punch. They can hurt you. Believe me, they'll hurt your ass. A lot of times people just don't have this. They're because of the way that they box. They won't really stick you. Yeah, but see, everybody says like I got 2 people in it that said they put those 1s down there. It's like, yeah, 1, but D'Lo said 1. He said, but not anymore. So in other words, he feels that the Tank's gonna make it. We got a couple of days. We got 2 days. And then Gil Cole said, "Oh, Tank gonna make weight." Okay, Gil, $5. Tank don't make weight. Tank is not gonna make weight, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, Tank is not gonna make weight. Too many people is messing with him. He's not gonna make weight, man. Watch how scary it look when he get on that scale. Watch. I don't care if he a quarter pound off. he ain't gonna make it. He gonna have to strip. Tank is not gonna make weight, man. They ain't gonna make it. It's not gonna make it. That's gonna give Leo even like a better shot. Eagles wear boxing when you want the real, not some deal. And so the keys: keep that stamina up. Stay at long range. Now, stay out of the traps. Keep banging Tank. Keep hitting Tank. I'm not gonna say what Tank has to do. I see some keys that there's a lot of fighters, and I don't even know if I want to bring it up and to say it like right at this point. But there's a lot of fighters that you can do frustrating things to, like frustrating punches you can hit them with to just mess them up, mess their whole fight game up. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's nobody like the Muhammad Ali's and shit. Because Muhammad Ali would take something dirty from you and be like, okay, yeah, you got me. But don't do it again. Don't keep doing it. And he wouldn't have to worry about it. Like, he might complain to the ref. Now, ref, I told him, and now I told you. So now two of you know. So now the ref, you know, and this other fighter know not to do that dirty shit to me again. And if he does it, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take care of it myself. And I don't know if you guys went back and watched the Douglas fight though, but watch that Ali Douglas fight if you can find it. I don't know if you can find it, but anyway. But try to find that fight. And people say Ali didn't go to the body. He went to the body on that fight. Actually, Cleveland Williams, he threw body too. He just like perfected his style to hit and not be hit. And the best way to do a style like that with his height and arm length was to fight upright. Upright and at an angle back like that. That was his best style with good foot movement. So I don't necessarily have to hit you in the body because I'm trying to stay the hell out the way. But I can't sit in the pocket. If he got mad enough at you, he would hit you in the body. If he got mad enough and you made him brawl, but he didn't usually fall for that kind of shit. But if you look at him when he fought Middleburger, he was tearing that body up. But he was hitting with everything. Just like he shoe shined on him one time, had him in the corner, and just uppercutted him. I don't know how many times. Let's just say like as fast as let's just say 10 uppercuts. It might have been more than that though. I'm not saying they were the hardest punches, but god dang, it's just beautiful to watch. Tank gonna make weight. Gil Cole said, Tank job is that's hey, D-Ray, you got it right though. D-Ray, somebody got it right. D-Ray said that's the job. That's Tank job is to make weight. That's number one. That's for Friday. That's the number one thing for his ass is to make weight. Don't come in there huffing and puffing. I was watching some of his training and stuff. He wanting to quit and shit, getting tired. Come on now, you gotta, if you gonna fight, if you want to be that one, then you gonna have to take that tiredness. You gonna have to train. Did Kobe Bryant train his ass off? Did Michael Jordan train his ass off? What about LeBron James? Have you guys ever watched LeBron James? I'm talking about basketball right now, but have you ever watched LeBron James train? Muhammad Ali train. Floyd Mayweather train. Sugar Ray Leonard train. Tommy Hearns train. Marvin Hagler train. So we talking about different athletes and stuff like that. Walter Payton. These are just people that's popping into my head that are known even from the past to just train their ass off. To be like, because nobody trained like Walter Payton. They couldn't hang with him. He would make people quit. He's a running back. He used to run hills. They say he used to run this one hill. It was so far up, man. You just look up there like, shit, we about to run that? He said, yep. So run hills. That's when you take stuff. That's when you take your level of professionalism to a higher level. Is when you're doing shit that ain't nobody else doing. And that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, but Gil Cole said the fight is too important to miss weight. So the fights that he did miss weight, those weren't important? Didn't his ass lose a championship that wasn't important, Gil? Did he not? Does everybody understand that he lost a championship over missing weight? No, get your ass out of here. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. To me, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that it's hard for me to it's hard for me to trust his ass. Stop it, yeah. You know, I don't even have to read to see that shit. That shit's so quick. Once I see your name pop up, I ain't reading that shit. Stop it. D-Lo back in there. He said, Tank. I guess he means Tank. So Tank will make weight even if they have to fuck with with the scale. I don't believe Porter really made weight versus Ugas. Damn. Porter's actually heavy to be little. He a little thick dude, man. You can just look at Porter. Porter little and thick. Why you think Porter got to stay in shape all the time? Why you think he always got to train? Porter got to train because look at Porter is. I'm gonna tell you this is. So we're gonna jump on Porter's ass a little bit. I don't care. Suspect personality ass Porter. But look here. The reason Porter has to stay in shape is because Porter cannot afford to fight at one of these higher weights. Porter would have to fight at like 160 to not have to just stay in shape all the time. 160 or what's after 160? 168, right? So Porter would have to actually fight at I'm telling you, Porter's ass, if he didn't stay in shape all the time, he looking, smiling and shit, but always getting in shape because his body, he's been bigger. He's been big. You can look at him and see this. He's big. Porter's big. He come in small like that, but he's actually big, and you know, he's just not the most gifted. That's why he trains so hard. He's not the most gifted. So he don't have the hardest sledgehammer punches. And that would kill him at a high. He might take some power. He might gain power though. Never know. He might gain some power up there. Yeah, Adilo said Leo might fuck around and miss weight, calling himself trying to bulk up. That can happen too. We're not gonna say that it won't happen to either one of them. Either one of them can bring their ass in there and mess up and miss weight. So you bring your ass in here talking shit about somebody, and then your ass end up missing weight. I think he'll be okay with the weight though, because right now he's still kind of under. He got a little bit of a stress factor right now, but he's feeling a little bit better because his dad is doing a little bit better, so he's feeling a little bit better about that. But like I said, if Tank mess around with that weight, and that's what y'all waiting on. I don't care if y'all put it down or not. D-Lo and everybody put it down, even though D-Lo kind of, you know, took his back at the same time. He said, it went across my mind. Some of y'all bullshitting. If y'all act like y'all didn't even think about, oh no, Tank got this weight. If y'all didn't even think about it, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You might not be lying, but some of y'all might be lying. Because you got to think about. I'm still thinking about it right now. This is 2 days out, and I'm still thinking, did this make weight? I'm sorry, that's where I am. It's gonna be a war, I think. I think it's really gonna be a war. And see, this is the problem. This is the big problem for Tank. Is remember how long it took him to actually hurt Pedraza? It took him a while to actually get him hurt. Finally get him hurt. His ass was getting hit. He was getting hit. He was lifting his chin up and shit. He's doing all kind of amateur ass mistakes. You can't do this shit against Santa Cruz if you getting cracked, and you know you may suffer the next point. The next point is for Leo is when you get into punching range. When you get into punching range. So once he gets into punching range, like the way he can get his punches off, throw all at the Tank. So in other words, once you get into punching range, I need you to throw hooks I need you to throw uppercuts. I need you to throw overhands. I need you to throw straight lefts, straight rights. I need you to throw it all. I need you to throw it all and keep them thinking. From the outside. Finish up. And this is what you want to finish up with. You want to finish up with something like you want to finish up with a right hook. Bam. And get your ass up out of there. Finish up with a right hook and get your ass out. And just keep his ass going like that. Yeah. There you go. D-Lo said that Pedraza was his first real step-up fight. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yep. Yeah, but D-Lo back. Let me see. I got to go back up and read. Because D-Lo said, I did initially, but now I'm confident he makes weight and cuts to Leo. Okay, so everybody's confident. A lot of people's confident. We'll do that side probably. And I said I want to do that Friday or something like that. So Friday we'll get back in. I think we'll get back into the subject on Friday. And something else pops up. Because there's always something like on the day I don't do the show, there's always some bullshit that comes up. And then, we got to end up covering it. But I don't want nobody don't forget about this whole heavyweight picture and this whole boxing picture of the trickery shit that they got us with. And I don't like E-Snake, smiling again, and then DAZN trying to pull this fast move and shit. Damn, on Sky, whew. Well, that's part of the devil's deception. It's not just December, I'm telling you. He said you advising Leo on how to be the wrong end of a short night. KTFO, yeah. No, outside that's his best thing. And then also, now his inside, now mid range, he's in trouble. Now I'm gonna tell you another thing. Tank is not necessarily excellent, and yes, he's able to back up. So our next thing for Leo to get that KTFO is when you're crowding. So when you're stuck in that pocket, make sure you lock his ass up. Like lock his hands up. Make sure you're getting your uppercuts off, and make sure you pushing him off. After you get your shots off, I'm telling you this, man, how to beat Tank. The person that's gonna beat Tank is gonna be the George Foreman type of fighter. The type that cracks his ass, get his chin up, because once he start lifting that chin, crack his chin. Once he lift it up, see, that's like a gopher sticking their head up out the hole, man. Take it off. You push them back, and that head comes up. You see what I mean? That's how you beat certain fighters. You can beat them easy by just pushing them. A lot of people don't even see that. George Foreman beat a lot of fighters by pushing them. You don't believe me? Do I need to bring the clips and show y'all how George Foreman beat a lot of fighters by pushing them? By putting his hands on them, holding them and shit? Like when they trying to do something, holding them, and then, pushing them off? Do I have to show you that shit? I don't know. Get your ass off me. That's all it takes. On one hand. Get off me. Get off me. This one thing I like about Haney. Haney be getting them shits up tight. I love that. Plus all that, he got that good movement. But we ain't gonna talk about Haney until later, because Lopez put a stamp out there for everybody. So, but if he just gets blown out the water, we'll talk about that. He can get blown out the water. Either one, Tank can't necessarily get blown out the water. But if he comes in fat, my last minute suggestion for Leo, if Tank comes in fat, then barrage his ass before the fight. I'm talking about talk shit about him so bad. Look at you, ain't taking me serious. You coming in all fat and shit. You wasn't ready to fight. Make his ass train. That's when you play the mental game. If he come in fat. Yeah. Look at Dino. Dino said, roll that beautiful beat footage. Yeah. I got one of my boys from Florida. He's from Florida. I think from Florida. He loved that. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah, the little dog. Yeah, The dog with the secrets. Yep. Kept him off balance. George is a big dude. Yeah. Kept him off balance. George is a big dude. But a lot of people don't use George's tools and shit, though. A taller fighter, I'll tell you who used it also. Lennox Lewis used to use it against shorter fighters. There's fighters that knew how to use all the tools. You got to be able to use the tools, man. Now, how am I knowing the tools and shit? How Derek Bailey see the tools, and then trainers and nobody can see certain stuff that you got to use? Push his ass up. I don't know. Maybe his dad is telling him that. But I'm telling you what happens a lot of times. I'm 2 for 2 on giving the advice for the fighter and the shit, and then the same thing that I gave them advice to do came right back, and the other fighter did that same shit against them. Case in point, Jamal Charlo. I gave all that advice. I said what Bananas had to do, and Charlo did all the shit that Bananas had to do. But don't get it twisted though. Bananas is a strong fella. He's a strong guy, and I do believe he'll be back. He's strong as hell. Nobody's gonna have an easy fight with him. They might have watched what Charlo did, but they're not gonna have an easy fight like that. Charlo built different. Yeah. Charlo's built different. And same thing when it came to the whole Wilder thing. Same thing. The shit I said Wilder needed to do, Fury was doing. I was like, damn, man. Everybody listening. It seemed like they catch the ass end of what I say, and then somebody else uses it against the fighter that I said should use it. I don't know. And I'm not following their camps and shit around. I'm not following what they, their training, what they need to do, because a lot of times they're going to keep it hush shut. They're going to shut the door on your ass like, huh? You trying to see what's going on in there. But those are the keys. That's how you get that KTFO, man. Now just think about it. You fall. You got all that stamina. You pushing them off. You keeping the pressure at a distance. You throwing hands, all kinds of combinations at a difference. Huh? At a difference. You're doing all those type of things. Think about it. You're doing all this shit. Tank never seen all that. You got to do. So that's what your advice is basically. You're doing shit that nobody has actually done with Tank. That's the advice. That's the kind of advice I have to give you. I can't give you advice like stay patient, because Tank's going to be staying patient. I can't give you that kind of advice. Oh, stay patient and, watch. I'm not going to have you. You could not fight Tank all extra cautious and shit. You got to show Tank who the boss is. Because that's what Tank is going to be trying to do. Yeah. We in this small chat, Derek, and then, see, that's what it is. Derek Bailey put the information. He said, very definitely watch your breakdown video, Eagle. Yeah, that's like, somebody, it's like, how they doing everything that I said had to be done is being done. That shit don't make no sense. And y'all know I be calling that shit. I be calling that out. Now, this is my chat, and this is like, of course, these are just scenarios that we breaking down, and we're just saying. Now watch when I do Tank. See? When I do these fighters, man, it's like, for some reason, a lot of those tools and shit, they come into play. I just did Bananas. When I was doing Bananas, I said Bananas had to use body shots. I said he had to, go to the body more. Because on Charlie, you can't hurt him to the body. But you gotta be able to get to that body. A lot of times you can't get, with those Charlos, you're not going to get a body shot off, and yes, you're inside. But then when you're inside, you're making yourself vulnerable. It's hard to get an outside body shot. But that's exactly what Charlo got in. It's one of those outside body shots. And with Bananas, I said the looping shit. Now, Charlo was actually getting some looping shit off, too. I'm like, damn, all the looping shit. Now, Bananas should have been able to get that looping shit off. So some of these fighters have to be able to use what they have. D-Ray said, he said Leo getting KTFO even if he listening live. I don't care. Hey, to be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you for a second. I've been honest. But I'm going to be honest. I actually like the kid. I actually like Leo. I like for what he stands for, man. A lot more than I like for what Tank stands for. I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry to say that, but I'm just saying. I like him a lot better. As a person, he's more likable. As a real person, he's more likable. He done been in wars and shit. So he's more likable to me. I like Tank. I like that kid too. It's not too many fighters that I just don't. They're in a business that I like. It's not too many fighters that I just don't like. But for the heavyweight picture, a lot of them I don't like. I don't like more heavyweights than any other division. Besides, I'm gonna tell you, if I want to do a top 5, I don't even know if I can name 5 right off the top of the dome. Top 5 most hated fighters of me to date, like fighters I don't like: Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. See, that's 2 heavyweights right away. Dylan White, that's 3 heavyweights. Canelo, not a heavyweight, but I don't like him. And Lomachenko, that's 5 right there. 5 of them, the least fighters that I like. Dino said it's gonna look like Tank listened. And that happens though, Dino. I don't know why it just seemed. Is that coincidence, Derek Bailey, or what? I don't know, man. Y'all tell me. Is it coincidence that when I start doing a breakdown of a fight, that it seems like one of the fighters heard everything I said? Is that just coincidence? Because we damn sure ain't getting none of them coming in here throwing up no like or nothing like that. They're not coming in. Yes, they're the ones coming in the grave with mysterious names and shit. And yes, they're sneaking in here. I don't know, man, but it damn sure seemed like it, man. This shit makes me shake my head like, damn, how did this fighter get? It's like he was in my last live and shit. But Fury damn sure did. You right, Derek. Fury seemed like he did everything. I said Wilder had to do. Fury went in and did everything that I said Wilder had to do. It's like, God dang, dude, are you serious? It's like the fighters that's supposed to be listening in, they're not listening. So Tank on the other end right now. Tank taking notes and shit. Oh shit. So in other words, I'm going to cut off and I'm going to keep him from doing this, keep him from. So that's going to be, that's probably some of the keys right there. Yeah, D-Lo said Dylan White annoys me more than any other current boxer. Yep. Yeah. Leo stands for avoiding Regal and Gary Russell Jr. He just thought Tank would be sweet coming back down to 130. Yeah. A lot of people, we could say that, but then again, okay, let's talk about at his weight. Who really wants to face Regal at his prime weight? All right, I'll wait. Y'all put up some names. Who really wants to face Regal at his prime weight? Regal is a freaking monster at those low weights like that. He's a freaking monster. I'm sorry. They don't want Regal at them low weights. At a higher weight, of course. At a higher weight, he probably walk around at like $120. He don't walk around big. He's fighting at his weight, man. You look at him. Look at his body. He's just lean as I don't know what. No extra, no fat, no nothing. He's just lean as I don't know what at his weight. He come in. But who really wants to fight Regal at Regal's prime weight? I'm waiting on somebody to put it down. Who wants Regal like right now? I want Regal at his prime weight. Who wants him at his prime weight? So you see what happened to that little pink dwarf with the sausage arms. I ain't making up all kind of excuses. Think he won. I thought I won, and this and that, and blah blah blah. I want a rematch or whatever. But here's another point. Now Lopez is talking that shit. Now you can't talk shit about other fighters if you won't give him a re-up. And I don't care if he give him a re-up or not. Give him a re-up. Whoop that ass again. Because if you just talk shit, think about it. If you just talk shit about Tank and you talk shit about Haney, and then you don't want to fight Loma again, then you just a shit talker. Because you're supposed to say, if you're gonna give those 2 fighters advice, this is what you're supposed to say about Loma. Yeah, bring your ass back. Yeah, we can run it back. Matter of fact, I didn't even spend no energy on your ass. Let's run it back next month. That's the shit you supposed to talk, man. Y'all couldn't even imagine Eagle as being like a fighter right now, like being on championship status. The shit I be talking. Yeah, we run that shit back tomorrow. Man, get clear, get your physical, get cleared and shit. Let's just run it back as soon as possible. ASAP. I ain't doing shit. I'm just gonna go home and hug my kids for a while, play with the wife and hug the kids, play with the kids, and and then we can get right back in there, man. 6 weeks, 5 weeks. Let's get it back in. I'm in shape. You in shape. Let's do it again. I'll whoop that ass again. I mean, come on now. We're not getting fighters to even say that. It's hard to get their ass back in the ring. But if we're going to put that Lopez stamp out there, because guess what, Lopez? Now you opened your mouth up, and guess what? We heard it, and in Eagles way of boxing, anybody can get it. And so since you opened it up, so now you can get it. And a lot of people say, oh, no, if it would have been close, they could have ran it back or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. If you blew him out the first time, now knock his ass out. Because we seen a potential knockout in the 12th round. Are you worried about them headbutts? Go in there and risk it. Go in there and risk it. If you're like that, then take your ass in there and risk it, and see if you might suffer a career-ending headbutt with his little ass. Because he's gonna damn sure jump in at you. And plus y'all opposite, you know what I'm saying? Southpaw, conventional. You're going to take some headbutts. He may just start off in your chest headbutting your shit. Because you're going to have you got scar tissue now. Or actually, yeah, you will have scar tissue because, Because when I try to teach people about the scar tissue, the whole scar tissue thing, now, to repair that, you can't really be in boxing no more. And yes, you're going to take a year or so off. So the scar tissue. Because they had to keep doing the plastic surgery, and getting all the, trying to get those fibers, the muscle fibers back the right way. Now, sometimes people talk about scar tissue, so now sometimes shit can grow back tougher. And that's what they mean. When they say scar tissue, that means that shit is growing back tougher. Just like bones. Like a lot of times, like bones, you break a bone, it's growing back tougher than it was because it has another layer to it now. It's like you got something, you got to cement a crack, but now you put all kinds of, you put other stuff in there besides cement, and then you put another layer on top of it. It's hard to break through. But some people, what they say, the scar tissue is getting thin. No. That scar it didn't have the tissue. The tissue, it has to, if it's sewed up right and the muscles gather back together, then it's fine. But if it's thin, like the thin chin disease, if it's thinned out, then yeah, you're going to get cracked in there. And there go that shit again. Just like Tyson Fury. That was so huge. Nobody's testing it. He's still fighting. I'll test that shit. Like I said, first punch to throw on Fury's is overhand. Overhand right away. Right into the eye right away. Fuck it, I'll do that once a round. I don't care, the middle of the round, beginning of the round, right before the round end, when they just they ready, everybody, in your mind, you're hearing that shit and you're ready to go back to your corner right there. Overhand right. Bam! Yep. Yeah, but I read that with D-Lo. D-Lo said, yeah, the Dylan White. Yeah, Dylan White, he annoying to say old powdered donuts and shit. And then Derek Bailey right back again. He said, I don't know. He said, but the fight go exactly like you call it. And we come back in here, I don't even pat myself on the back. I just shake my head. I said, how did I call them shits? I called them shits out, and the shit end up happening. I know we got all these professionals. Eagle don't know shit, but the shit be going just like Eagle said it go, even though he don't know a damn thing. Yep. Yeah, Derek Bailey right. He said, no one, in my opinion. Yeah, they don't want that smoke. Yeah, D-Lo Ford. He said at least Leo was honest and didn't try to hide it. He just felt that they were a bad matchup, especially Regal. There you go. Especially now, who's not a bad matchup for Regal? At Regal's weight, you gonna end up being a bad matchup. You remember how Donaire came out and was doing good at first, right? Donaire was doing good for how long? That shit didn't last long, did it? That shit lasted about 3 rounds that he was doing good. After that, Regal was piecing his ass up after that. Yeah, fake monster is ignoring Regal right now. See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, they trying to age him out. Don't nobody want Regal. If Loma really just had surgery, there's no point in anyone talking about fighting him right now, in my opinion. And that's D'Lo. Yeah. But if he's not hurt, because that shit, boy, that was end up being dismissed by a lot of people. That whole bullshit, it ended up being just that. It ended up being bullshit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. If you fighting, you fighting. If not, not. But nobody wants to hear no stupid shit out your mouth. Shut your stupid shit up. Because then you'll end up not getting a rematch. Because I know people try to, see, this is what people want to say. People want to, if certain stuff happens, see you ear hustling like, oh no, he said this, so oh no, he threw you under the bus, or he didn't give you credit for the fight and shit, so don't rematch him. F that. Rematch their ass if you know they nothing but hype, then rematch them and blow their ass out the water. I gotta prove to y'all there wasn't no fluke. Just blow their ass out the water, man. Yeah, we can always say, oh, they just hype, don't fight them again. Yeah, fight their ass again. Fight them again. That hopefully it don't backfire like it did on Wilder. Wilder should have just kept it moving. After we seen that bullshit, he should have just kept that shit going. Nah, well, just take the draw with you. I'll hit you up later. That's what it should have been. Wilder should have hit Fury's ass up later, but that's hindsight, right? Should have hit his ass up later. I'll hit you up later. I got to get Joshua first. Then I'll get back to you. And then just break the shit out of Tyson Fury. I would have just been talking shit. I would have fought somebody else, talked a whole lot of shit. Look at you. You got Valine. You got a Valine busting your eye open. See, because Fury can't take shit. He acts like he can't take shit. See, I'm too much of a talker. I know how to talk shit with the best of them. I'll be talking shit. I'll be like, look at you, got your eye all busted up by this little guy. Yeah, you suck. I'd have been talking so much shit to him. I said, go fight somebody else. I'd have made him fight everybody. Made him fight like 5 fighters. And then I'd have been in the fight. I'd have been just remember how Ali used to do? Remember when Foreman was fighting all them fighters and shit? Remember Ali? Ali be in somebody's ear talking about, oh, this is what you got to do. He started hollering on the outside of the ring. Ali. I'd be hollering outside the ring. Valine. I'd just do all kind of, that's how you got to do, man. We don't have that kind of excitement no more. We don't have fighters just on the outside of the ring talking shit. We don't have that. But they want you to, but they talking shit when another fighter's fighting you. And I'm not talking about on some hater shit. I'm not talking about like that. Because y'all think, oh, you gonna want somebody hate. No, not on no hater shit. Just on some psychological shit. I love it. Just haven't been able to see it, man. Yeah. D'Lo said he right though. No one wants to hear that shoulder surgery excuse. Loma need to tune up so we don't have to hear that bullshit about when he loses again. No, nobody wants to hear that shit. But if you remember back, there was a fighter that fought. He was a champion and he had a messed up shoulder. He had pins in his shoulder. He fought at 168. I think it was either light heavyweight or 168. And that was the Golden Boy. That was the first Golden Boy before Oscar De La Hoya. They did call him the Golden Boy from Canada, and that was Donnie Lalonde. Had an awkward jab and stuff, but he was piecing people's up and taking their ass out. So I don't want to hear that stupid shit about shoulders or what. It's more mental. It's mental. Because there's no fighters ain't gonna come in like 100%, man. I'm telling you, man, when you've been really pounding it out and just going crazy. I used to be a heavy bag freak. I used to love the heavy bag, man. And guess what? Once you punch that heavy bag, you got your wraps on extra tight and shit like that because you're trying to protect the cartilage and all that. Once you punch that shit so much and so long, you can't even open your freaking hand. People don't know that. You can't open your hand. When you open your hand, you actually hear crunching. Your hand actually sounds like it's made out of metal and shit. You open your hand, it's going. It's actually like you could actually feel the fibers in your hand that you done crushed them and beat them up so bad. You can feel that shit. And I know professional fighters have to feel that shit. You going to open your hand, your shit, and you starting to trip about the way your hand feel. But that's how you train. You train just that hard. You're not going to be like 100. You might be at 95, but you're usually not at 100 when you come in You talk shit and tell people you at 100, but you're not really at 100. There's something that's hurting you on your ass. Elbows or something. Shoulders. There's going to be something. It might be something. Might be ribs. Anything can be hurting you. You know, anything. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you don't want to hear about this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Did I miss something? Derek saying too. Regal got on Donaire's eye. Yeah. But Regal started tearing his ass up though. Yeah, Regal just started tearing him up, man. I'm just saying. So we can't. Let's not dismiss our good fighters because we got a few good fighters in there. Let's not dismiss them. It's shameful that we can't really talk about heavyweight as much. I don't even want to talk about heavyweight. There's no heavyweight story for me. Does anybody have a heavyweight story? Within like the good, like for AJ or Fury or the champs, the so-called champs, does anybody have a story? Who we want to see him fight? Do we care? Because they're turning this, boxers are turning this into a not, I don't care who I fight story right now. As far as Lopez, if we put the Lopez stamp on your ass. So now you know in Eaglesware what the Lopez stamp is, and he's not the first one that came out with it. I'm gonna give we're gonna call it the Lopez or the Mayweather, the Roger Mayweather who he beat. Because what happened is Lopez flipped it and said, "Who you about to fight?" You see what I mean? So that's what that is. So the Lopez is saying, "Who you about to fight?" And Roger Mayweather said, "Who he beat." So those goes together. Who you gonna fight? Who he beat. So we put those both together, man. So the Lopez, I'll put it this way. The RML, Roger Mayweather Lopez. The RML or something. We just put it, we'll give it something. But anyway, we're going to give Roger his credit because Roger is the one that coined that phrase. Who you beat. Who you beat. You ain't beat nobody. And then Lopez is going to try to flip it. So we know you stealing shit. So don't try to steal now. Because Eagles Web, now we talk. But then once we slow our mind down a little bit, we say, hey, wait, hold on a second now. That's stolen information. So, the Lopez stamp is who you fighting. The Mayweather stamp is who you beat. So, you did go and beat the little pink dwarf with the saucer's arms up. But we know he was beatable. I mean, this smart fight fans knew that he was beatable. He got beat up before. It's just styles. Like I said, some fighters whoop your ass better than other fighters. Even if you whoop their ass. You might beat a fighter and then he whoops somebody's ass that whooped your ass. So it's simple as that. How many times did Shane Mosley beat Oscar De La Hoya? As a matter of fact, he had to move up to beat Oscar De La Hoya. That's unheard of right there, though. It should have been unheard of, especially as good as Oscar was supposed to be. You know what I mean? So certain fighters just whoop your ass. I mean, and I'm telling you, that's what makes it. So people can't really. I mean, it's easy to fight. So we can all fight about who's our best fighters and stuff like that. We can always fight. I mean, because we have the right to say that this is my favorite fighter. But for why? Something like that. If we look at, a lot of people think Manny Pacquiao still, even though he lost to Floyd, is better. Well, Manny Pacquiao put some ass whoopings on some people, a little bit worse than Mayweather did. Did he whoop Hatton's ass a lot better? Did he whoop De La Hoya's ass? Where were they at in their careers too, though? He whooped their ass a lot better, right? But then again, Marquez whooped Manny's ass worse than anybody whooped Manny's ass, right? So there's always a way we can look at it. Like, damn, you got your ass kicked by him. I kicked his ass, but he kicked your ass. So that's what it is. So boxing, once you get to a certain status in boxing, elite status or whatever level you at, all that competition is going to be like this. It's going to be close. Like, I'm going to say this fighter, I'm going to say this fighter. That's all. You're all right because it's like close decision. It's like it's really close. It's not based on your old. It's based on how you perform when you was whooping somebody's ass. So even if in welterweight, if we compare welterweights, how many just clean ass whoopings does Mayweather have? Like I just whooped somebody's ass at welterweight, and then now you got to go back. How many wins does Sugar Ray Robinson have at welterweight where he just mopped somebody? A lot more. How many Tommy Hearns welterweight fights did Tommy Hearns just blow people out, or even Hall of Famers? Did Tommy Hearns just beat the shit out of? Gave the KTFO to him, stuff like that, and just start. See, when you the mix and match like that, I'm not saying that that's gonna sway your mind because you're gonna have your favorite fighter, but I'm saying don't always knock somebody else's favorite fighter because it might be a certain reason. I might be a Marquez fan because just the way that he whooped Pacquiao's ass. I might be a Pacquiao fan by just the way he whooped certain people's ass. But I'm never gonna be a Canelo fan, and I never was a Canelo fan, and I just won't. Because it's too much suspect shit that certain of these fighters do. And for Canelo, his suspect shit is just too obvious. Too many close fights, too many fights that we thought you might have lost, and then you just ducking and hiding and shit everywhere. The greatest hiders in boxers. Do I have to start a whole new segment? I don't know. I'll let the champ decide. Let Derek Beatty decide. Or Gil, somebody, or D-Lo. We start a whole new segment in here? Huh? What we gonna call it? Oh, we found your ass hiding. That's gonna be the name of the segment. We found your ass hiding and then expose the boxer. I'll have him pop up over the screen like this, right? Just the head, right? It just pops up like this. We found your ass hiding. And that's what, and then we get on you for that. Because in Eagles Web Boxing, that's how we do you. It's no favors here. If you do a great job, oh yeah, great job, then congratulations, fighter. Congratulations, champs. That's how we're graceful when it comes to that. Doing some suspect shit or hiding or doing something else, guess what? You get it in here too. I read Derek Beatty's note, but then Yasser Hussein, he said Fury fighting Takam, AJ fighting Pulev, and no one really gives a fuck about them apart from the fangirls. They pretty happy. God dang. Look at Yasser. Yasser is so acclimated to the chat, man, that he's not even feeling that bullshit either. Listen to what he's saying. He's not even saying boys no more. He said fangirls. All the ones with the panties on is all excited about, oh, Fury's fighting Takam. Oh, my, get out of here. And guess what? I'm going for Takam. I hope Takam cracks his ass. Because guess what? He's one of those little shorter fighters, too. He's shorter. And he throws he throw overhands. I hope he catch him. I hope he catches that. I hope he catch him in that eye. Split that eye all the way. I hope he split the eye from the top. And you're not supposed to wish bad stuff, but I'm hoping. I can hope, can I? Huh? I can hope. I hope he splits that shit open. Yeah, Derek Beatty said I thought Takam was tiring after AJ fight. Yeah, it was a good thing he didn't, man. He was winning. He probably might have won that fight. AJ couldn't really do nothing with him. Oh, quick ass stoppage. Suspect. That was a suspect stoppage. Yeah, but he's fighting him. I'm going for him. I want him to hurt him. I actually want him. Yeah, he's getting older, but I want him to do that work, man. He's never been in really a battle like that. Really, he's still fighting. He hasn't been in like hurt up in a battle. His biggest fight was AJ, right? AJ didn't really do shit to him. If AJ did, somebody email me and let me know. Give me the link. Give me a link, a good link. I don't want the regular link where the fight came on because that's all that shit's suspect. Give me another perspective on the fight to where AJ really just worked to calm over. I'll wait. Somebody send me the link. Send that shit to my email. Y'all know my email. So send that shit to my email if you believe that bullshit. But I don't believe it for 1 minute. and I'm gonna be hoping and rooting. Man, don't let it. If it was a live event that I can get to, I might have to be sitting in there. All you will hear is Eagles way up. Good shot to come. Hit his ass again. Overhand right. Busted out. Man, look, they'll be running to escort my ass up out of there. Y'all ain't never been around Eagle. Eagle go crazy sometimes when he have to, man. Eagle go crazy. I'm telling you, man. They'll be like looking at, damn, that dude is so loud back there. Yeah, crack that chin again, man. Crack that eye again, man. Hit him with that Valine punch. I'll be hollering. Hit him with that Valine punch. Crack that eye, man. Shit, the fighters ain't doing it, D-Lo. If the fighters don't do it, if the fighters ain't doing it, then we got to do it our damn self when we get over to these fights. Yeah, D-Lo's, he said, to calm subject to work fury over worse than the auto. Yep. And then Derek Betty said that stoppage was beyond the suspect. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not the only one that's just putting it out there. It ain't like, that host, he just be running his mouth. He just be saying shit. No. We're saying the things that we need to say, man. That shit, I didn't make Derek say that shit. He said that stoppage was beyond suspect. It's like, the fight's over? You know that's confusing when the fighter, when you taking the fighter's gloves off, he like, what? And he like this, like, what? Mama. He calling his dad and mom, grandma, like, what? He throwing his head, he's like, what happened? Was I out? He looking at it, he asking for mirrors and shit. Let me look at myself in the mirror. My eyes are still good. They still going in and out and shit. You know what I mean? My shit ain't all dilated up and shit like that. I'm cool. Where's the bruises at? He looking for bumps and bruises. He like, damn, I remember the whole fight. I remember now, we was like a minute and a half into that round. What happened? A knockout victim don't remember shit. I don't know what happened. They think they remember. They remember up to, if you get knocked out in the ninth round, all you remember is fighting up into the 8th. You don't remember shit about the ninth round. Oh, well, I got caught. Didn't I? You be asking somebody else the question, oh, didn't I get caught? Something like that. But stop it, man. Stop. Like I said, all this trickery shit, man. Stop with the trickery shit. And that's with the heavyweights. Heavyweights, y'all have dropped the ball, man. I see why the past greats don't respect the heavyweights today, man. I see why. Because they really dropping the ball, man. They do. But see, and my point is that they're doing too much right in front of us. If one or two things happen, we just brush that shit off. We just brush it off. You know, but we had to brush off too much. It's like, wait a minute, we brushing off way too much. When you brush off so much, hey, think about it. When you brush off so much, you went in to get a haircut, right? And they were supposed to cut like a little bit of your hair. Okay, just trim a little bit off the top. You know what I mean? And say for instance your hair was like 14 inches long or something like that. And you wanted to, just trim off. Okay, just take off 4 inches. It'd be 10. But you start brushing the hair off your shoulders and shit, and then you keep brushing. You're like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have 10 inches of hair left, and you keep brushing, and you look on the floor, and there's more hair on the floor than you got on your head. Then somebody did something. And that's what's happening with us, is we thought we was just brushing a little bit of that residual off and shit. And then we look down and shit all piled up around our feet. I said, how that shit happen? Yeah, y'all, sir, we know that. We've been talking about that. Y'all, sir, but y'all, sir, got this point, though. But he's right, though. But we've been talking about that shit a long time, y'all, sir. Y'all, sir, said AJ gets quite a bit of help of the refs. He said, look at the Parker fight. Yeah, y'all, sir, that was, we talked about that before you was sub. Yeah, we talked about that shit, and that was a damn shame, too. The Parker fight. Parker was not allowed to fight, and we already know that. Yeah, he was looking at the ref for help, and the Ruiz won. Yep. Yeah, the ref wouldn't do shit. The ref was like, no, sorry, I don't see nothing. Yeah, the ref was on that old Chinese shit on that one. But yeah, back in the good old safe UK, the ref like, hey, y'all gonna have to break that up a little bit. Yeah, step over there. Okay, go ahead, box. Yeah, the ref, that shit was blatant over there, man. But y'all right about it, man. Let's get back at this Friday, man. How long we been in here, man? Y'all be keeping ego up in here, man. But good. I love my responses from my web watchers, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all come back and see me. Tomorrow I won't be doing anything. And y'all something comes up. If something comes up, I think of something. Then but it'll always be a late. It's always gonna be a late stream. If I come in on Tuesday or Thursday, it'll be a later stream than it would be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Same thing with Saturdays. Saturdays. Only day I can come in and do something early, if I'm gonna do something extra, is gonna be on a Sunday. And I know Derek be catching me. There's certain people know how to catch me. He's looking for Eagle. Oh shit, Eagle might sneak in on us and do something. But anyway, man, my shout out to all the real people that I see. That's y'all. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. What is this? Wednesday, the 28th? Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's nothing but blessings, right? Yeah, y'all sitting here listening to me right, man. I'm going to catch y'all, man.